Hey, welcome back to the channel, Tea Times for Two, Golf Travel for Couples. Hey, I'm Scott.
And I'm Cheryl.
And then today we are at River's Edge Golf Course in Myrtle Beach, actually in Shallotte, North Carolina.
And in today's video, we're going to rate the course and answer the question, is River's Edge worth the hour drive from Myrtle Beach?
So stay tuned. Our 5 categories that we rate each golf course are
Layout, playability for women,
aesthetics, or the wow factor of each golf course.
course condition,
And then we normally do amenities that the resort has and the golf course has. But in our Myrtle Beach series, we're going to kind of do it a little differently because those of you who've been to the Grand Strand and played know that it's kind of unique. You don't have it's not a stay and play resort area, kind of like if you go to Cabo or you go to somewhere else. You're not going to find resort amenities at these golf courses. You're going to find the golf course, a clubhouse, a grill maybe, but you're not going to find things like pickleball and tennis courts and swimming pools unless they're in a neighborhood. Or unless they're, like the Legends, you can stay and play there. They have their own condos, and there's a few that do. But we're going to probably just leave the amenities out. If they have something special like the Legends has stay and play, we'll throw that in there and let you know. So we'll probably just do 4 categories with the Myrtle Beach series, and we'll leave the amenities out because you're going to basically get golf course, grill if you're lucky, but you're not going to find a spa, and you're not going to find things like if you go to Scottsdale or Cabo or things like that. And then finally, the 5th category is value or bang for your buck, which for couples like us, that's probably the most important. Now that, we don't mind paying big dollars to play a golf course as long as we're getting a 5-star, experience. We'll pay more, but we also want to find a great value, and you can't beat the value that Myrtle Beach provides for great golf at a low, low price. All right, our first category, the layout and playability. For layout, we're definitely going to give River's Edge 5 stars. And for playability,
4 stars.
That's for women and all levels of players. This is an 18-hole Arnold Palmer design golf course about an hour north of Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, and there's going to be 5 sets of tees ranging from 4,600 to 6,900.
Yeah, it was 2 times was rated in Golf Digest top 100 public courses you can play. In 2022, it was the Myrtle Beach Golf Course Association Golf Course of the Year.
Yeah, and Golf Week magazine has rated this in the top 10 in North Carolina.
Yeah, so it's got some great accolades to go with it. So you don't have to just take our word for it. It's an extremely creative layout where you've got a bunch of holes that run through the trees and the nice homes that are out there. And then you've got holes that run along the marsh and the Shallotte River right there.
Yeah, and there's lots of wildlife, lots of pretty views of the marsh and the river holes.
Yeah, so, the sets of tees from 4,600 yards make it very, very playable for women or higher handicap players. Yet there's trouble on every hole, literally, with the river, the marshes, the trees. So a low handicap player will definitely be challenged to score well at River's Edge. Our second category is aesthetics and wow factor. We're going to give River's Edge
4 stars.
4 stars. All right.
Yeah. So this is a beautiful and peaceful setting. It's along the tidal marshes and the Shallotte River.
Yeah. Some of our favorite holes on River's Edge would be 5, 8, and 9, and then 15 through 18 that run along the tidal marsh and the Shallotte River. Those are exceptional. And those holes alone are worth the drive up there. All right, beginning with hole 5, as you can see, we'll show you some pictures of the holes as we talk about them here, some video. Hole 5 is a short par 3, with the marsh in front, and then you've got the Shallotte River on the right there and runs a little long, so you got a terrific view of it. But you got to be careful, even though it's a short hole, you get that wind off of the river. You don't feel it on the tee box because you're kind of protected by the trees. When the ball gets up in the air, that wind comes off the river and really plays havoc. It makes it much more difficult than a hole should be.
Yeah. And then hole number 8 is going to be a medium length par 3 with the Shallotte River playing long. And then there's a huge bunker over to the left, playing to a huge green. So the wind is going to be a factor with this hole, as well as just similar to hole 5.
Yeah, any of the holes along the marsh and along that Shallotte River, the wind can play havoc with you, especially if you're playing in the wintertime when the weather's changing. It can really be tough for club selection when you've got marsh in front or water behind. It makes it more of a challenge. Hole number 9, probably one of the most picturesque holes at River's Edge, and probably one of their signature holes, is a 3-shot par 5 called Arnie's Revenge. With the marsh and the river running down the right side. It's extremely picturesque with a big hill up on the left side. Absolutely gorgeous hole, but definitely not one you want to go for in 2. It's got a really long and skinny green with trouble running down the right side.
So hole number 15 is going to be a medium length par 3 for men. It's going to be a short carry over the marsh for women.
Yeah, like Cheryl was saying, the wind can play havoc on these. Again, like the par 3s on the front side, when it gets exposed out by the river, club selection becomes critical on all these par 3s, especially the holes by the river. Then moving on to hole number 16. It's a medium length par 4, but really you want to rein it back off the tee because the further you hit it off this, the more narrow it gets, and you've got the river and marsh running down that right side that comes into play. So really, you probably don't want to hit driver on this hole. You want to lay back just a little bit where it's wider in the fairway and leaving yourself a short iron or a wedge into the green to avoid all the trouble. It's a gorgeous hole, but it's fraught with trouble if you let your ego get in there and you just try to mash one off the tee. This one you want to play strategically.
Hole number 17 is a really cool par 5 with split fairways. So really cool, but you got to play it over the marsh if you want to hit it in 2.
Yeah, which is probably not advisable. It's a split, like Cheryl said, it's a split fairway. The upper or the left fairway gives you the best angle into the green. It's a further shot into the green, which is going to leave you more into the green and make it more of a risk to try to go for it too. But if you leave it, you hit it down the right side, you can get blocked out with trees, and then you're having to hit a big cut around the trees. So you want to lay up on the top left portion, then you just got a little flip wedge into the green, and you made it a little simple, dinky little hole instead of a daunting par 5. And then 18, the finishing hole, is a Cape template hole, if you're familiar with those. It's got water and marsh and the river running all down the right side. Length is not important. You want to get it in play off the tee here. That's critical. The green complex sets down a bowl with a big hill and the clubhouse up on the hill. People sitting out enjoying an adult beverage while they're watching you come in. It's a very cool finishing hole with great views of the marsh and the clubhouse up there. It's a really neat finish, one of the neatest finishing holes on the Strand, I think.
If you played River's Edge, leave us a comment below and tell us what your favorite hole is on the course. Category 3, course conditions. We're going to give this 4 stars.
Course conditions can be, it's just, again, it can be a crapshoot. It just depends on when you go. So we're basing this on when we've been there, and it's been the summertime, either June or July, most of the time.
A little too far.
Just so you know, really so we don't have to repeat this in every one of our videos in Myrtle Beach. Most of the golf courses in Myrtle Beach do their summer maintenance or their aeration either in May or in June. Now, there's some that'll do them even as late as July, but they all have them posted. Either they post them on their websites, or literally every time we go, I call them. Whatever courses I think we're going to play or we might play, I literally call them and find out when their aeration dates are, and I make a spreadsheet out that I take with us. So if we play 18 in the morning and Cheryl goes, "Ooh, can we play 18 more?" I know which courses have recently aerated and which ones haven't. So if you know that, you know when they're aerated, you can plan on 2 to 3 weeks after they've been aerated and the greens will be back fully grown in. And just know that if you go right before they aerate, say you're going in the second week of June and they're going to aerate them on June the 15th, just know that the greens are going to start showing signs of distress right before they aerate because they've got to punch them to get oxygen into the roots of the greens. So, course conditions, I might tell you it's 4 stars, and Cheryl might tell you when we went, it was gorgeous. Yeah. And you might go in March and it's not in great shape. So, but every time that we've played River's Edge, it's been absolutely great condition. So 4 stars. So just know that with course conditions. I know you can read, when I went there, they had 2 tee boxes that were just, Okay, get over it. You're not paying $300 to play this golf course. You're paying $70, $80 to play this one. You can get some great deals on River's Edge, and it's definitely worth your drive up. Now, again, we're not going to rate amenities separate in the Myrtle Beach series because of what we talked about before. But I did say we'd mention some if they had something unique. And River's Edge does have stay and play packages, unlike some of the other golf courses. So they've got condos in the Sunset Beach area that you can stay at. And I think there's some condos right around the golf course there that you can stay at. So they do have stay and play packages if you're interested in that. But every time we go, we're wanting to go to the beach. So we usually get a condo on the beach somewhere, either north, south, or central area. So we want to, after we play, we want to go to the beach. So we're not into those stay and plays that are, of course, but if you're going in the wintertime or you're going in the spring when the water temperatures in the 50s, you crazy Canadians, it's probably not too cold for you, but for us, we wouldn't do that. So, but it does have that option if you want it. All right. Fifth category, value or bang for your buck. Now, we're going to rate these compared to other Myrtle Beach courses. Compared to other Myrtle Beach courses, we'd give value or bang for your buck 3 stars for River's Edge. Now, if we compare it to all the other places we've been in the world, that'd be a 5-star value because you can play River's Edge for what?
Yeah, so depending on when you play, midweek, in the winter, it's going to be about $68, and summer, $84.
Yeah. So just missed out on being on our top 10 under 70 you can play because in the summertime, the rates are a little higher, but you can play it in the afternoon and get it cheaper. You can get special deals online, part of packages and get it. But literally, it's an awesome golf course for the amount of money you're playing. We can't play in Dallas-Fort Worth for $84 on the weekend and play a decent golf course. So it's a tremendous value. So to recap our overall score, I'm going to give River's Edge 4 stars. What about you?
I'm going to give it 4 stars as well.
You're going to give it 4 stars. She's pretty liberal with her stars today. The course layout was terrific. We loved it. We loved playing the golf course. What'd you think about the scenery?
Scenery is beautiful. You got views of the water and the marsh on almost every hole.
Pretty close to every hole. Yeah, not quite all, but it's close.
Yeah.
So to answer the question we posed in the video, is River's Edge worth the hour drive north of Myrtle Beach? Well, absolutely, because we literally play it every time we stay on the north end. We're going to play River's Edge, and we're going to play Carolina National. We're probably going to play Oyster Bay because we want to go feed the gators, I guess. But yeah, definitely River's Edge is worth your drive up there. Again, we would probably pair it with something in Sunset Beach area, Calabash area, because we're going to go down to Calabash. We're going to get us some seafood right on the river. So, that's a big lunch. Then we go play 18 after that. So it's a great value for that.
What would you rate River's Edge if you played it? Leave us a comment below and let us know what you think. We'd love to hear from you. As always, if you like this video, please hit like and subscribe below so that we can keep providing more videos and more content to help couples like us who like to play golf and travel.
And come back next week as we're going to go to Carolina National Golf Club up in Bolivia, North Carolina, and rate it and tell you our thoughts on whether it's worth the drive up there or not. And then check out any of our other video series from places starting at like Bandon Dunes or
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. Ooh, I like Las Vegas. Dominican Republic.
Cabo San Lucas.
Oh, yeah, Cabo. You got to love Cabo. Anywhere that we've been all over the Caribbean. So come back and check out any one of these series that we've got listed. We'd love to see you again.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time, and hopefully we'll see you on the first tee. Hit them straight.
See ya.